Guys, a very good afternoon. This is Anand Kumar, and welcome to my video lecture series number 3. And in this class, we'll just start with operating system, file types, its name, extension, etc. And before going into the file types, name, extension, in the last class, we have seen about file operations. Regarding the operating system file operations, it has been divided into four categories. That is file creation and manipulation as the first category. And second is the file organization and the search. Third is the file security. And of course, the metadata used. So, regarding the fourth category, file compression and encryption techniques have been discussed. So, in this class, we'll just start with different file types that are supported by the operating systems, and each file type can have its own different extension. And the figure below shows an example of different file types and the different extensions of each file types. For example, a source code that is considered as maybe a C or C++ can have some extensions of .c or .cc or Java, something like that. I'll just explain it in a different format, like the file type, the what are the extension used, and what's the function is about. And this is an important slide, and I would like to take some time for explaining this slide. Like regarding the executable file type, it will be just starting with, it will be ending with an extension called as .exe and .com and .bin. It is used for reading to a machine level language program. And regarding the object file type, it is having an extension of .obj or like .obj or like .o. It will be compiled to a machine level language, and it will be not linked as like the executable statements. And of course, the executable statements are having a executable file type and with an extension of .exe. And the source code has an extension of .c, .java. I mean to say any programming languages. And the batch file has .bat and sh, and it commands the command to interpreter. And next is most probably used text type, that is what we call it as text file type. The txt or .doc is most probably used text type. It contains textual data, documents, binary aspects, etc. So regarding the word processor, it will be having .tex, .rrf, that is rich format, and DOC format as the most common used format type. And the archive format uses .arc, .zip, and .tar as its extension, and the related files are grouped into a single compressed file. And regarding the file operation system, the file compression and encryption techniques has been invoked here in this archive. And regarding the multimedia file type, the usual extension what we follow here is .mpg or like .mpeg or .mov, and of course now .vob, etc. And it contains audio and video formats. So regarding the markup files, that is HTML, .html, .xml, .tex, it is considered as a textual data document invocation. Next is a library file. This is one of the major important file that will be used by the operating system, that is .lib, .so, and .dll. It contains a library of routines for programs. And next is we have an exclusive type, that is what we call as print or view type. And of course, we use a common and usual extension of .jpg, .pdf, .jaf for its formatting, printing, or viewing about the ASCII binary files. So next is an important topic, that is what we call as file access method. So regarding the file access method, the information stored in files must be accessed. There are different file methods to access the file. That is, we consider three different methods here, and some systems or some file systems consider only one method or just supports only one method. But many systems support multiple methods, and most probably the right one is chosen based on the application. That is what we used for opening and retrieving or accessing it. So the different methods of file access are, one is sequential access, the next one is direct access, and another one is the indexed sequential access. So we'll just go with a basic sequential access file type, and the access method usage here is the sequential access. This sequential access is the simplest and most probably used and most commonly used access method. I mean to say, in this method, the contents of the file are accessed one after another, as the name itself indicates. It's a sequential access. So, in this, information is processed one after one in terms of records. That is, one record is processed after another record. Another record is processed after one another record. Like that. So the possible operations can be read next or write next. And of course, we use reset for restoring the pointer back to the initial record. Read next is reading the next record. Write next is writing up to the next record. So I'll just explain the sequential access method figure here. So here we have block 6 until block 6. I mean to say block 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 5 and 6. We have 6 blocks. So in the beginning, block 1 will be read, and next block 2 will be read, and next block 3, block 4, block 5 until the block 6 is reached. So the pointer starts with the beginning point, that is what we call as block 1, and the pointer ends with something called as block 6. So this is what we call as sequential access. There won't be any skippages, or there won't be any passes, or there won't be any truncations happening here. After the block 6 has been reached, the pointer will be reset. So this is the beginning position. This is the ending position. And suppose if the pointer is here in the central position, this is what we refer to as current position. If you want to go to the beginning section, we'll be rewinding it. And if we want to go to the ending section, we'll be reading or writing to the end action. So most probably the figure shows the possible operations of the sequential access method, and the current file position is shown as I told you in the beginning, current position, and the end position. So the next will be direct access method. Direct access method is based on the disk model of this file. This is one of the major aspects that we are using nowadays. File contents are stored in disk blocks, as I told you, in the disks, and the disks allow to access any random block, not like sequential access method. It can allow any direct method or direct access method. The direct access also allows arbitrary blocks to be read and written. So regarding the starting point, that is direct access method, that is here we have the same 6 blocks as the reference blocks. Block 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The starting point is as usual the block 1, and the ending point is block 6. So regarding the current position, we can have it in it from the block 2. And if you want to go to block 5, we can just skip it. I mean to say, we can skip the block 3, block 4, block 5. We can right away go to block 5. So the current pointer is in block 2. And if you want to go to block 5, we can right away use the direct access method to right away to pass to the direct access to the block 5th. So in block 6, there will be an end pointer. Suppose if there is a reset method, if there is a reset happening, it will be again going to block 1. So with direct access, the following operations are possible. That is, as I told you, previous slide, read in, write in, position to end, sorry. So the read in reads the nth block, write in reads the ninth block, and position it moves the pointer to the nth block. I mean to say, here we have referred to the 5th block. So read 5, write 5, position to 5 says go to position 5, read 5, and of course the write 5. So read next and write next and rewrite in next, the most probably used. It reads the next block after moving to the end block, and write next write to the next block after moving to the end block, and rewrite and rewrites to the end. So with this thing, I'll just stop my video lecture series here, and remaining we will see in the next class. Thank you for listening. Thank you.